Hi there. My name's Eli.
Hi there.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Mano.
And we are...
Nothing of note.
Today we're watching...
The Legend of Vox Machina.
Vox Machina.
Season 2.
Machina.
Episode 4.
No, you are so far off.
6.
No.
5.
7.
4. 3.
7.
2. 1. 7! See, I did a countdown to the...
We're on 7.
7.
That is right.
We watched 3, and then we missed it, but we watched 3 again.
Yeah, he's true. I forgot about that.
The first 3 ended with Vex dying.
Oh, yep.
Then we watched
Second
1.
3.
My brain was like, what? We've seen more
They're
than 3?
in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're in the Feywild.
Half of them are.
Well, we don't know for sure. We talked about that. I don't know if they all went to the Feywild in different places or if some of them didn't even go to the Feywild. I'm still curious about that. Because the thing was a different color than theirs.
Yeah.
The magic around them.
Part of me feels that they're both in the Feywilds in different locations because of how the trip to Valheim,
Vasselheim?
thank you.
You were very close.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
Vasselheim
Yeah.
went where it just kind of it worked, but it didn't. Like they
Right.
were in a tree further away.
Roll that clip.
It's too late.
Just... I feel like I'm in the zone for this because we literally
Like, literally,
Oh,
20
also,
minutes
they're
ago.
not saying Feywild. I think they're saying Feyrealm.
Yeah. We literally
I thought
20
you
minutes
said-
ago just finished playing D&D for my campaign. So.
I don't know.
Where's Pike?
How do you not know?
Breathe, all right? Just tell us what you remember.
I shouldn't have tried to pull off a spell like that.
If you hadn't, they wouldn't just be lost. They'd be dead.
True.
But Pike, she was...
With Grog and Scanlan. We have to believe
She's
they're okay.
always second guessing.
Yeah.
They aren't the only ones lost. Hello, little floof. Oh, that is the prettiest bird I have ever...
Oh gosh.
Saw that coming.
Friends, welcome to the Feyrealm.
Yes. Realm.
Wouldn't. Wonder.
I don't know.
Yeah. What if they changed that?
You need to make a dragonborn that's like a Chinese dragon, not like a Western dragon.
That'd be cool.
He's like really long for some reason.
And tall.
For some reason, he always does this when he moves. Yeah, it's like the filter that.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I love Scanlan as a character so much.
I think he'd be a monk. Just fit that martial arts vibe.
Way of the drunken soul.
Yeah, drunken fist.
Drunken
Oh my
monkey.
God,
Yeah. I said soul because most of them have soul in the name for monks, but I can't remember what it was.
Ow, that actually
I'm
hurt.
sorry.
That was a solid punch.
I'm sorry.
Ow.
Without Pike, we
I
don't
saw
have
that.
Taylor, and without Grog,
You whore.
we don't have
Oh.
our muscle.
Hey, I'm trying to
Without
listen.
Scanlan, we have the stick jokes.
Just project positivity and it will remain harmless. Watch. This is so stupid.
Yeah. I was gonna say Vax is gonna...
Rex! It's like they can't understand me.
Not from around these parts.
Harmless? Bizarre. That shouldn't have happened.
Yes, it should have.
Understand?
It should have happened.
What else
Yeah.
is new? Come on.
Why is he saying harmless like it's his fault? He just being. I can't say that.
Oh, yep, they went somewhere else. This is not the Feywild.
Feywild.
Dang.
Put that thing
Where'd their
down.
armor go? 'Cause she got run through with her plate.
Yeah, I thought...
Did you stop leaking?
I'm trying, buddies. But the wound won't close all the way.
She looks a little paler too.
Oh shoot!
What? That sword is totally fucking evil.
Oh shoot.
God? What are you doing?
Buddies, don't do this.
Yeah, you stab that mountain.
Just sword and stone it, man. Just leave it there.
Do it, buddies.
I love that she says buddies for some reason instead of buddies. Whoa.
All of the blood that is clear.
That's crazy.
Silas had it for a while. That's creepy.
I think we've been here before.
Oh, why did the baby
To the
voice
untrained eye,
turn into
the
Eli?
realm can be confusing. The ground only
Hey, we
knows
shouldn't
the
wait that.
landscape is shifting.
Are
Yeah,
you
dang it,
sure?
yeah.
Because we've been walking for a while and...
Time's a bit wonky.
Oh, yes.
My muscles! Where'd they go? No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gods! I'm as beauty as Max! Easy, easy!
Well, from the look of those hills, I can't tell Dory.
Yep, so probably close to Western.
Learn your spells.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Promise?
Yeah.
We're gonna fix
I
you.
could not remember.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
Why are you spying on us?
Satyr?
Let's try again. Who are you and why are you following us?
A simple wanderer who enjoys a little entertainment. You can call me Garmilli.
Not draw this. Oh my.
One nice way. The likeness is
Why do I have 3 kunai?
Art is subjective. Oh, no need to be angry, seeing as how Garmilli can guide you where you need to go.
Your books have done a fat lot of good for us so far.
It's because you're a pain in the butt, guy.
Percy's only trying to help.
Yeah, heard that before. I think I got it. I can feel my strength coming.
A weak
Come on, man. At least let us help
pride
out a
looks
little.
more defined than me. Hurts my soul.
Alright, let's move our big boy.
Big B's hand?
Well, we got some miles behind us.
Yay.
And we got some more steam.
Well, I didn't know I needed this. This is Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, and Scanlan. Scanlan. Oh, he lost us.
Rocky roads and rivers, trudge along this twisted land.
I love this.
I'm making my way.
Was that the hand, but just more from the first season, but more like rotten?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what that was. Lost concentration. Oh, I love that song.
If you're into this, I can put on my naughty nurse's outfit. Huh?
And it's gone.
Stupid.
Yeah. Oh.
I think I scared it off.
What
Nope.
made you think that?
Trinket, I choose you.
Right.
Keelan! Vixalia! Thank goodness. I was worried those spores might have...
You're correct.
They're so high.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Super fucked up.
Super, not proper.
I know, I saw that.
That's not what I imagined you'd sound like.
I know, right?
It's just so mean to you guys. Let's never fight again, okay? I love you so much. We love you too.
This is great.
I like his point of view way more.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh boy.
Touch. Just a moment. See? Let me see. Fuck's sake, work. Now.
There we go.
I forgot about diplomacy. I also love that he named it diplomacy.
Yeah.
So good.
So that's kind of the weird thing about changing vestiges to be human-made to fight gods rather than champions' weapons. Because you could kind of follow the idea that
Incredible. Like
these gods didn't like each other, and some would naturally be against each other. It's weird that two different vestiges would
we're all
have
just
negative
prisoners of
reactions
our
to
own
each other if they're
anxieties,
both
searching for
human
connection in this
weapons. Just from my understanding right now.
She's throwing up a
That is-
rainbow.
That is so anime
That's
right there.
crazy.
Remember in Konosuba when Aqua would throw up and it was just like rainbow sparkles?
You had something to do with this.
Well, you guessed wrong. Gamili was merely the traveller on this journey. For your next journey,
You think that's Matt?
the shade mark awaits.
No,
Shade
definitely not.
Oh, I thought you said that earlier. My bad.
No, before it said him,
Oh.
before it showed him, I was wondering who it would be.
You all managed to legitimately entertain, so Gamili will guide you. If you accept his help.
You're the expert.
Pike's also on there. That's hilarious.
Corpse. The dead corpse.
The tongue out.
Rob, we'll get you back to your usual self, and we'll find the rest of the team.
We're here.
Oh, I think I know where they are.
I don't.
I love how he fell flat on his
I can think of
face.
it.
I think I could be wrong, but I think it may have to do with Pike's background.
It's Singorn.
You've been there before. We lived there.
So why is it here? It just arrived.
Alrighty, Roo.
Ow.
I enjoyed that.
Enjoyed that.
We got
They did say that Singorn vanished.
Right.
They were like, what? They just vanished?
Yeah.
So, they did set that up a little bit, but just very, very small amount. So,
yeah. I remember that because I listened to the campaign as well.
yes.
I just want to say that I got two scenes in this episode that I just wasn't expecting to get,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really nice. And it was the trip scene and the montage frolicking carrying Grog while Ashley and Sam sing.
Yeah.
Both of those made me so happy.
Yeah.
They were so good. They were my favorite parts of the episode, honestly.
It is really weird not having everyone in the Feywild.
Yeah, it is.
Like, splitting them up like that, it's
I like
really
it, though.
weird. and I kind of understand why they did it as far as like things that I remember from, because they're definitely cutting some stuff out of the Feywild.
They have to.
And the stuff they're cutting out involved Grog and Scanlan.
Yeah.
And so like it makes sense that they're not there because like basically the things that they add to the Feywild aren't going to be in the show. So why even have them be there?
Yeah.
Whenever you can handle other things that they need to take care of that are more centered around those characters. So
I like that we have Grog, Scanlan, and Pike together as well. Because I feel like those are the three characters that we've focused on the least at this point.
I just thought of something of where their storyline's going. I just thought of it.
Who, the three?
Yeah.
Because I think I know two.
But I think we're on different pages.
Oh, okay.
So we can talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
I just thought of something.
I just for a show, I like that they put the three that haven't been focused on them like as much as the rest together.
Yeah.
Also, the Craven Edge scene, all the blood coming out, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
See, that's why I said don't even touch the thing. Just leave it like in the mountain.
Yeah.
Because the thing was like when he touched it and it like showed that it could pull that away from him. I was just like, let it go.
Yeah, but Grog's kind of a dumb idiot. And I think also he was thinking maybe he didn't want anyone else to ever get the sword.
That's what I assumed.
And
I think they were
far
also
ahead.
implying that the sword was leeching off of Pike still.
I think,
And like
yeah,
it wasn't healing right.
implication.
So like,
Yeah.
oh, you destroy the seal, the sword,
And she
then
can heal.
and she can heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that it was like if you leave the sword, even if you just leave it somewhere, it's gonna keep becoming an issue.
Yeah.
I also think they've done like a really good job of making me feel like Grog and Pike are really close, even though they really haven't shown a lot of scenes of them actually doing anything really meaningful together. Just like the
How they talk
buddies,
to
and
each
then
other,
and how she's always riding on his shoulders and stuff, you know.
I feel like because you said, oh, I like how she says all buddies. I actually was just before that feeling like, okay, she said it too much.
Yeah.
I felt like she was.
I
doing
agree
it.
she did
I
say
felt
it a
like she
lot.
was doing it over because it was like 3 times in
But
a
it's
row.
adorable.
In the
I
same
disagree.
Scene.
I
It was
love the way
like-
she says buddy.
I agree
Yeah.
she said it a lot, but I love the way she
I
says
still like it.
so much.
I just said just right before like that one that you said it on. I was thinking, okay, that one was too much.
Like, I agree that
I liked all
if
of it.
if you made this a drinking game, you could probably get pretty drunk off
Yeah.
how many times she says buddies.
Well, she doesn't say buddies off. That she only said it twice, and it was at that flip, because she always says buddy, like singular, but
Yeah.
she said it buddies
Yeah.
at that moment when he was red-eyed. So I was wondering if she was treating him as two different entities at that moment. The crazy Grog and the Grog they know. I thought it was weird that she pluralized buddy, because she always says buddy.
yeah,
Hasn't she said buddies some in the past too?
I think
I don't
she said
remember
it
it.
in the past.
I think she has too. But either way,
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, you could be honest.
that's something from the campaign though that I always loved. Like she said that in the campaign all the time. She said buddy though, not buddies, but she would always say, "Oh, buddy," and I always loved it. And the other thing is that Vax would always call Pike Pickle, which he has in this as well. And it's just like you
There's
just feel
like-
so much love coming from it. It just makes me
Yeah.
happy.
And then Vax calls Keyleth Kiki. And
Yeah.
like there's nicknames in the
Yeah.
group that they do weave in a little bit.
I
but-
noticed the Kiki one. The Pickle one just doesn't get said a lot. So
Yeah.
the
Right.
last time we heard it, I think he was down messing with the door when Vex gets snapped.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What is it, Pickle?" And my
Yeah.
brain was like, "Who the hell?" Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because it's not said very often.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, that's Pipe."
But yeah, I really, really enjoy this episode a lot.
And I feel like they're bringing, even though they literally split the party, they're bringing the group closer together.
Yeah. And,
And so that's good.
I mean, that's a good way to build chemistry, though. It's like, separate. Let's get the amount of, like, conflict that could be. Like, even if they're a group that gets along, there's going to be the two people that get along more and the third person who comes in and they're like, there's
and-
conflict that happens. So if you separate the group, make this more manageable, I feel like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna see a lot as we go through this next episode with like you see Grog, who's like had his strength taken away, which he feels like is the only thing
He brings to the party.
that he brings to the party, and that the sword is what made him strong. And now, literally, look, like, and we go back to the episode where it's like, what makes you? Yeah, where do you get your strength? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you see, I think Pike and Scanlan are like bonding more over taking care of Grog a little bit, and that's cool to see.
Pike, you gotta be careful. Don't be stupid.
Well, they've also kind of downplayed part of their relationship in the show, which I think is in the long term going to be better.
I agree as well.
There's like an aspect of their relationship that is just like, I feel like in the format of the show wouldn't quite work.
Yeah.
Versus whenever you have a long-term campaign, it more works. But I'm not going to go into what that specific.
We can talk about it more later.
With the Feywild group, Garmilli and his lewd drawings was fun.
Oh yeah,
they did change him up a little bit from in the campaign, because in the campaign, like, they had the full party, I think, minus Pike.
Yeah. Which
I think is another reason why they're like, oh, let's just take Grog and Scanlan
throw
out.
Pike, and then throw Pike in there with him.
But I think one of the things I remember is Matt said that he drew the twins, like, having sex. which I was hoping would be in there, so you could be like, vindication! I called it. Like, and so I thought that was funny, but, like, they didn't show that there. They had, instead, Vax tied up by vines by Keelan.
Yeah. Percy had 3 days.
That had their faces on them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think they did a good job of illustrating what Matt was putting down in the campaign.
Yeah.
Vex's boobs were gigantically unproportioned.
So I've got this anime plot.
Right. What is it? Oh, I just see a drawing. No, that's it. That's the plot.
So there's this girl. She's got a huge set of badonkers. Packing huge Dobon Honkaroo. Like, it's a whole...
How does she shoot the bow? Don't worry about it.
We'll figure it out.
Above.
Yeah.
Maybe she puts the string between her.
Draws it the traditional Japanese way. Up here. Down like...
Yeah.
That way it's totally not a problem. I mean, you're still dealing with the string, right? So
yeah.
There's that.
There's still a problem.
Anyway.
You go out, you're like,
anyway.
You know the amount of, like, muscle you need to pull, like a...
You know how the amount of muscle you would need to carry around the...
I mean, true. Or just the amount of back pain you're willing to handle.
That's true.
It's just... like, imagine that's like an 80, 100-pound war bow, and you're like... I mean, just do that with nothing. You feel like your shoulder blade's like...
Anyway,
you don't get to say anyway.
I just did. This is honestly, I think, one of my favorite episodes of the season. I'm not gonna lie.
Of this season?
Yeah.
I liked the episode a lot.
I just really enjoyed it.
And it was a nice,
It was a really good. It's like one of those. It's when you watch anime. It was like almost. It wasn't a filler episode but it's like one of those filler episodes that you see in an anime where like you're not mad about it at all. Like we didn't get to see a lot happen. And I'm not saying it's a filler episode. Right. I'm just saying it's the equivalent to how I feel about some filler episodes I've seen in anime where I was like, I just left feeling so happy. I left feeling I was smiling and satisfied leaving that. The song montage made me so happy. There was just a lot of really funny, great moments.
Yeah, I think Ashley sings in The Last of Us, so she sings in some other projects she's part of. So yeah.
Like you said, I think last time, a lot of voice actors are usually pretty good.
Oh, yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Because for them, it was kind of like one and the same until they get to voice acting. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are like musical or plays, like they do all that stuff.
Yeah.
The Campaign 3 intro has... So, Campaign... Like, the one we were singing has, like, 3 main singers in it, and then other people do, like, different lines in it. But the newest Campaign intro has all of them singing... except for one of them, but they still say a line.
Yeah,
and I was like, they're the one who can't sing as well.
I can't. Isn't
it's Marisha?
Oh, it's Marisha. Yeah.
And I was like,
I've heard that the Campaign 3 opening. It's been a while because I have listened to like 20 episodes of it, but it's been a little bit though because I stopped listening to it because I didn't want to get spoilers for Campaign 2.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if it's been my favorite episode. It definitely feels the most.
I think that
lighthearted so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just a nice. Yeah, it was a.
Well, because like season 1, you're like going straight into Whitestone, so you can't have any lightheartedness there.
Yeah.
And then this season starts with the Chroma Conqueror
Yeah.
attack. Like, you
Yeah.
don't get a chance to breathe with
There is
the
no
characters.
brevity. Yeah.
And getting that now feels really good. So I can definitely see why you would be
that's
like,
absolutely.
but it was needed for the show. And
Exactly.
I love this episode
so well
because
placed.
of that.
Yes.
It was very well
I
done.
don't know if it's like my favorite episode, but
Yeah.
I think we really needed that.
Yeah, I think
I
the-
like... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the first season suffered because it didn't have a moment like this.
Yeah.
And I think that negs on this season just a little bit because there are moments like I didn't really care that Vex got whacked. I just could, but because we didn't have these kind of funny get to know the character moments that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you've seen Vex high out of her brains and it's funny and you have like...
Right, I like her a
bit
little
of
more
attachment
now.
to
Yeah,
it,
yeah, exactly. That even as dumb as that is.
Yeah, but it's just something, yeah. I think my all-time favorite episode so far is probably either last episode or maybe it was the episode before that where both the Finks episodes I really liked a lot.
I think last episode was.
Last episode was like
Yeah.
was pretty good.
But this is in the top 2, top 3 for me. I really enjoyed this episode.
I did really like last episode. I know I gave it a lot of crap, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Like I
didn't
wanna
have
clarify.
any notes on last episode because I was so much like, oh,
Yeah.
this is awesome. Like,
Yeah, that is
paying
true. I was the
attention.
same way.
I had a lot of notes on this episode. The difference is brevity and like being able to breathe.
Yeah.
I was able to take
Exactly,
notes.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
how I took more notes on this episode than I have any other episode in the...
Yeah.
which is still not a lot, but yeah. Do you have anything else?
I don't like Garmilli.
You don't like him as a character, or you just don't like him, like,
I
you
don't
don't want to
like
like him. Yeah. Like, yeah. Like,
He's-
in the show, you're like, I hate you.
He's totally two-faced. I'm saying it now.
What? You don't trust the fake
don't trust-
creature?
Why would
that
I
wants
trust
the guy?
a satyr?
You don't trust the fake
The one
creature that
satyr
wants
I
to-
ever trusted in my life was Tomnin? Tomnis?
Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Tumnus.
Yes.
And he was a traitor! Oh,
Man.
well, like,
He was.
I will say Hercules, there is...
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
Danny
was...
DeVito.
He was rude, though.
Right.
You know, his whole thing was like, I'm going to push my dreams on this kid. You know, I hate those kinds of parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, Garmilli is like.
I definitely don't trust
When
him.
I raise my son, he will not be that way if there's one thing I can do.
He's going to be a football star and make me lots of money. So when I go to retirement home, he'll think of me. You know, that sort of, like, mentality parents seem to have.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah, Garmilli's...
Yeah, I do like. I really like the scene where they were like
Oh, no,
Garmilli, and then it's just a turd just sitting there, and it's like.
I like the where he just pops up because it reminded me of your moment with Queen, where you're like, oh, "What? When did you get here?"
He's talking about our D&D campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We literally played today, like 2 hours ago. Maybe
Yeah.
we just finished the session. Yeah, just always there.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
love
just
his
like
like
a,
butthole.
yeah.
I hated that.
I
thought-
really didn't like that.
I
either.
did
it was
not
gross, but I
like-
thought it was
So
hilarious.
Right?
I was like,
It
ugh.
was uncomfortable, but I thought it was hilarious.
I liked the
I did
turd
not
on
like
the
that.
log. Way
That
better.
was funny.
That was.
I thought the butthole talk was hilarious.
Oh, I hated
It
that.
made me cringe, but I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, it just made me cringe. I was just like, really?
Trinket. I
This is what
didn't
we're going
expect
for?
you to
No.
sound like that.
I don't know who voice acted Trinket in that moment.
Right.
That was it sounded familiar, but
It
I also
did.
loved the voice.
That was great.
It sounded so familiar.
All right.
It sounded like Machete.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to remember his name. I always forget. It
Machete.
kind of sounded like that too.
The Rancor Tamer from Book of
Yeah,
Boba
yeah, I
Fett.
know who Machete is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I was the one excited about Machete.
You did say machete with a question mark behind it. It sounded like to me.
Yeah.
So.
I was trying to make sure we were talking about the same Machete.
Right.
Gotcha.
No, it made
Because he
sense.
said machete. And I
Right.
was like, who? I thought it was a character
I
in...
cannot pronounce names or words very well.
You can't spell very well either.
I don't.
I am
I'm
terrible
sorry about
speller.
That doesn't matter. That's
But anyway,
Are we?
If you've got nothing
more
else-
about your strengths.
I don't need to. Okay.
I would like to talk about your strengths, but you don't have any, so I don't really know. Just kidding. I love you so much. Yeah, you're such a good DM. You're so much better than me.
Well, that's true. You did a good job. You did a good job.
You really did a good job.
I think but he is a better DM. But he's just also been doing it longer too. But
Y'all both have
so
like
good.
different styles though.
Yeah.
I literally have said, if I compare us as that he's a Matthew Mercer and I'm a Brendan Lee, like he does so good with the trauma and the prep, and I feel like I'm more like
Most of
improvising
the time.
and silly fun time.
I really like.
It's fine.
up.
We'll edit around it. Yeah.
Well, I need to talk to you, but we need to finish the video.
I know. I'm excited.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was thinking we have to wait on Mano, but we don't. This part 2. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we was gonna.
Hey, welcome
Hey.
to part 2 of this discussion.
Yeah.
End of the,
We definitely did it immediately after the other
we
part.
didn't have a
we did it
30-minute conversation about our D&D session because we were excited about it.
which is good. That's a compliment to the DM.
Okay, we may have to cut this out too, but
Yeah.
honestly, it made me so happy because when you get done with a game and no one talks about anything,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, I messed up. But when people are like, oh, this was so exciting, I was like, yeah, that's me. I did that. Yay! But really,
I feel like
the players
Jolie's gonna be really like. Okay.
do. Anyway, welcome to part 2.
I mean, I think we could use the first
That's
part of that
true.
and then just
That's
cut it. We didn't spiral again.
Yeah, we just smile again.
Oh,
This is immediately
gosh.
after, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you go first. Go ahead with what you got.
One big thing. They talked about ascension.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, like, Vecna does. Like, ascension to godhood.
Right.
Like, they're talking about, like, Thordak and the other dragons ascending to godhood.
I didn't know. I thought maybe he was just saying that
And-
more as a...
Right. But I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. And if that's Thordak's motivation, and you have a failed ascension here, and then later down the road you have a successful ascension,
Mm-hmm. That's
like,
true.
the moment whenever you're like, oh crap, Vecna's a god now. He's not trying to become a god. He is
a god. Yeah.
Versus Thordak is trying.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just like that's a solid story change to fill that together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what they're talking about there.
Mm-hmm. No, I makes sense.
And like Umbrasyl's like, we're all gonna be gods. No, Thordak's gonna be a god. The rest of you aren't. Like,
yeah,
that's
right.
anyway. So I was like, oh, that's really cool to think about.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I didn't think about. Again, when I heard it, it went right over my head of just like, oh yeah, we'll be gods.
Yeah.
We'll be like gods. But yeah.
Also, we're setting up why Ripley is gonna go vestige hunting.
Yeah. So, do you think that
In
the sword doesn't work for a dragon? Does it only work on a...
I don't know.
And that's why that's why they need her? Because I feel like why would she keep her around?
Right. That's the only part that I'm a little confused.
That's what I immediately thought, is that she has to use the sword for some reason.
Yeah. And I mean, in the campaign, they get like 2 or 3 of they go to get vestiges, and they're behind.
Mm-hmm.
They're running behind someone, and it's Ripley, and then they end up fighting her and get like 3 vestiges from her.
Yeah.
Because she's been collecting them.
Yeah.
So like, I'm excited to see how that all plays out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool seeing that at the end there as well. All right, so what do you think?
I saw a note that I was thinking about. That's funny.
Oh, nice.
Kaylee.
Yes. I think that's what Grog, Scanlan, and Pike are doing right now.
Oh.
I think they're going to run into that because that leads into Western.
See, I thought that Pike was going to go... She said she knows where she can get it. I thought she was going to go back to... I can't remember his name, but the guy from her backstory that was like a father to her.
Her grandpa?
Her grandpa, yeah. Her
Yeah.
grandpa. I thought that's where they were going. Is her
Wilhelm.
grandpa. Wilhelm.
Or
I thought that's where they were going.
yeah.
I thought they were going to Wilhelm's. Especially once I saw the cabin.
It also could be that.
Yeah.
Because I thought, okay, that's what he's thinking.
That's what I thought, yeah.
I wasn't necessarily on the same... I was like, I don't know if that's going to be it. Because he lives in Western. In the campaign. But they could switch it up.
Yeah. I also thought he did kind of live outside a little bit of Western.
I'm pretty sure he's in Western.
No, because he had a cabin that was kind of remote, I thought.
No, he had a house that was like barricaded.
Oh.
You're thinking of
no
the old guy Sprig.
No, I'm not thinking of Sprig.
Oh, okay.
I'm not thinking of Sprig. I'm thinking of Wilhelm. I do remember that now. It was barricaded. The reason I was thinking of this was because there was no way he survived because it was, but yeah.
But I mean, like a lot of people in Western are like barricaded in their houses.
Right.
And I mean, like that's part of what like Kaylee and Dr. Dranzel and all of them are like part of the Western
Dude,
stuff.
are we gonna get to see all that?
I think
all
so. Like I think that we're gonna get them this in like the next couple of episodes, and then that's leading into Western. The rest of the group's gonna come out of the Feywild, and they're all gonna reunite at Western.
See, my gut still tells me it's Wilhelm, but it makes so much sense to bring Kaylee in at this point that's why I think you're right.
I don't know how we fix Grog. I can't remember what happened with the sword, like the ending parts of the sword.
You don't remember how that happened?
I don't remember how that happened.
They had to go inside of his mind, essentially. Remember?
Okay.
That's what it was. It's
that
not. They
whole
changed
part
this.
of the
They
campaign
changed
is
this.
fuzzy
Yeah.
to me.
They changed this. They had to go inside of his head, basically, and get him back.
Okay.
Like, he was gone, and they had to go in there and bring him out. It was a whole thing. So they've changed this. So I think I think it really is just going to be as simple as Pike's going to like knows a potion to make to help him.
Right. Okay.
I could be wrong. Maybe it could be more, but that didn't happen in the campaign.
She learned how to heal from Wilhelm, or whatever his name is. It definitely starts with a W.
Something like that.
We're close.
Yeah.
If we don't have it right, whatever. Eat us alive.
Yeah.
And since she learned how to heal from him, he'll
know
one.
How to.
Yeah. So maybe you are on it.
Yeah.
We are going to him.
We could still see Kaylee this episode.
You don't have to have him in Western.
Right.
He can be outside Western.
Yeah. It makes more sense.
That's an easy.
He's a gnome. And yeah.
I mean, I don't think the gnome thing matters.
Well, that's true, I guess, yeah. I'm literally saying that in my world, gnomes all live in a big city. So.
I loved the Pike, Scanlan, Grog stuff because of how their story ends. And, like, basically Pike and Scanlan live with Grog until he grows old and dies.
Yeah.
Is the idea. I mean, obviously... They like, have this plan, but then like because they're doing campaigns afterwards, different characters' endings could change.
Right.
But the whole idea is that Pike and Scanlan and Grog all just live together.
Yeah.
They take care of Grog all the way up. Like the plan is because Grog's lifespan is so much shorter than theirs.
Right.
They're gonna take care of Grog until he's gone, and then
it's like you're almost seeing
like,
a little version of that.
I
know,
know, and I was
old,
like,
he's
oh
frail, and they're
gosh,
taking
like
care
that,
of him.
It feels like it's
it
a
hurts.
full circle.
I didn't really
thing
think
around.
about that. I forgot about that until
Yeah.
you said that. But now I'm looking at all those scenes of them taking care of him.
Yeah,
it's hurting my heart a little.
I felt it. I was like, oh man, and then getting that Pike Scanlan interaction. I do like that Scanlan isn't like all about Pike. So thus far, like there's been some of that, but it's not over the top, which I feel like would not work in the show.
They do eventually get. I forget because I can never remember. They
It's
confirm.
Not.
Or do they never confirm?
It's not until the epilogue. They do get.
They finally get together, right? Yeah. But that was, by the way, as far as the campaign goes, like I'm so excited to get to see that.
Yeah.
On screen,
right? They're going to change it up
because they're going to make it go a little faster and like actually happen earlier. I think, hopefully, not too
or
fast.
like some degree of it. Like you're gonna want it, and it won't happen till
right,
the end,
exactly. But I think in the campaign, it was more of like it was their first campaign filming, and I think it could have been that there was a little bit of awkwardness. Like I think from everybody, it was that way.
All three of the ladies, Pike, Keyleth, and Vex all had a thing for Percy at a different point.
Really?
Yeah. And like Pike talks about pretty early on before Vex and Percy get together that she's interested in someone. And then Percy and Vex get together and she tells someone, like a little while later is like, I think I waited too long.
Oh.
And I think part of that is because of
Skin.
But no, because of Blind Spot. And like if Pike had been around, would she have said something to Percy earlier? And would we have gotten like
a totally different thing?
I mean,
I don't want to see Percy and Vex not together though. They're the perfect couple.
I don't know that Percy would have went for it, but and then like
crazy.
Keyleth like like Percy early on.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
crazy.
like yeah, because they talk about in the campaign wrap up that all of them liked Percy at one point.
That's so funny. Percy's the best. I mean, of course too that it's Percy.
They're like,
it has to be.
We're all like, we can fix him. So
I remember listening to the campaign wrap up, but it's just been so long.
yeah.
But like in the campaign when you listen to it, so to go back to my original point, sorry, I kind of got sidetracked too, but the Pike and Scanlan thing, like I remember now in the campaign wrap up them confirming it because it was something that like if they hadn't, I'd have been so angry. I remember thinking when I heard it because like they literally made you wait till the end, and it was something I always wanted, like from the get go. Like I wanted Pike and Scanlan to be together, and I like how they're like throwing little things in the show, like you know, maybe stop searching for love and it'll find you. Like they've kind of thrown this, and I'm like, it's right there in front of you. Maybe we'll get it. And he hasn't been so pushy with her,
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it would have felt so weird if he would have.
Oh yeah.
But I think that in the very end of the campaign, there's like oh yeah, we'll go on a date after this, and then they're like, they just said okay during the campaign wrap up. They're like, okay, we decided they did go on a date. It went well. They ended up moving together to Vasselheim, lived there with Grog, like. And they would go off and do stuff occasionally, or Grog would go off and do stuff, but he like basically lived with them, and like I was like, I really love that. Like,
yeah, it's so
Grog's
great.
like their
kid.
The kid he's like kind of like a brother to Pike, and kind of like a brother to Scanlan throughout the campaign, but it like almost turns into him being like their kid.
Yeah,
and so
and Grog is in a way essentially a kid.
Yeah,
Oh man, we're gonna see Singorn. I want to talk about that really fast.
Yes.
I was really cracking me up when he said, like, because he's like, he'll say things that I disagree with, which is fine.
Right,
we all disagree. But, like, whenever he does say things like, where it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. What's happening? I wasn't even going to say anything. I was like, you'll see. It all gets explained. It all gets explained. You're like, well, they did say it vanished. And I was like, yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But it's funny because he had said things, not even necessarily critical things, but like Vex being like, oh, well, she's dead now, so it's fine. It's like, no, she's not. Singor, how to get there? It teleports.
Yeah.
But it was very subtle, I think, to catch, so it makes sense.
I think you're supposed to be questioning why it's
right, exactly.
Yeah, he did say, like, whenever he was watching the first season, I watched some of it with him, I didn't watch some of it with him, but he got to the end of where, like, Percy's, like, holding the gun to Ripley's head. At the end of an episode, he's like, if he doesn't shoot her, it's stupid. Like, he's like, there's no way, there's no reason why. He's like, but the rest of the group's gonna stop him. And then it was like Cassandra who stopped him, and I was like, I really like that it was Cassandra, not someone else.
Yeah, because it makes sense.
He's like, well, I don't trust her, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to trust her.
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing. It's like,
yeah. Ripley's such a good character. Oh, I can't wait to see more of her.
Yeah, and I like her voice actor.
I'm also excited that we're getting to see more of her.
Yes,
because we've talked about that a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
like,
she's such a shadowy figure. Like, you just get rumors of her, and it's like, when's she gonna pop back up? Mm-hmm. There's another character that has stuff going on in the background, Delilah.
Yeah,
and I hope we don't see anything with her.
I don't either.
Until you get the reveal that she's still alive.
Right.
That's one where I'm like, I don't want to see.
Right.
This stuff, and if we get that, I want to see a flashback episode where you go along
like Delilah's basically
story.
A montage of what happens to her. Yeah. That's exactly.
I want to see that.
Exactly.
Like her getting thrown into acid and then flashes, or like her getting stabbed in the neck by Cassandra and then flashes.
Yeah.
I would love something like you find out that she's there, and then the next episode is just about Delilah.
Yep.
Like, that's the type of stuff we can get in the show, and I'm like, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah. But
yeah, I have one last thing to say. It is a Campaign 2 spoiler, though.
Oh.
So.
Do I know it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Campaign 2 spoiler, but before I say that, if you like the video, you want to comment down below.
Comment down below.
We got a Discord.
Hit that like button. Hit subscribe.
Do it.
Which we're at 137 subscribers now.
Yeah.
Still, we're gradually going up, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And if you like what you see, please come join us. We're ridiculous. We're silly. Yeah. Dare I say we're funny? Except for when we're not. But give us a like. Give us a follow. Thank you. On to the next.
Yeah. So campaign 2 spoiler.
Part trace.
Yeah. It's super short, super simple. I loved it though. Artagan / Garmilli saying, "I'm just a traveler."
When did he say that?
He said, "I'm just a traveler." Like whenever they were asking him who he was, he said, "I'm just the traveler." Percy, I think. Garmilli just said, "Cause Artagan is the traveler." Did you forget Garmilli was Artagan?
I forgot Garmilli was Artagan. I totally spaced it.
Oh,
I totally forgot.
yeah. Sorry, I thought we were operating on the same wavelength here.
No, because it's been so long.
Yeah. No, okay.
See,
so then there's more to it than
I remember Artagan more of choking Percy,
Yeah.
of choking
This
back.
is the first time they met him.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I forgot.
So he comes back later for that, and then comes back for
See, I remembered him coming back.
Yeah.
I forgot about this part.
Yeah, you were like, there was like no, you were like trying to figure out what I was saying. But yeah, he just said, "I'm just a traveler," and I was like, "Oh, he said it."
That's so great! Oh my gosh!
It's funny because it's like,
oh my gosh!
it's like a triple. Like he's got 3 names.
Yeah,
and,
it's
like,
crazy.
I love him.
I'm the traveler.
Faye.
Just a traveler.
Yeah.
Dude! Oh, I forgot. It's amazing.
All right. Well,
Thanks for
we'll
watching,
see you guys
guys.
next time. Bye.
Bye. What time? We would do another episode? We could do an episode?
I am tired.
Okay. F is for your friends doing each other.
Hey.
U
I know
is
so
for
much.
up the butt.
And is for anywhere and anytime at all. That one stays the same.
Down here in these deep blue jeans.